I'm here in the Hesperia Bristol Playa Apartments here in Corralejo in Fuerteventura. Let's do a tour around the pool. Let's show you sort of the shop area and the pool bar, a little bit in reception, and then lastly on this video there will be a room tour. Definitely go check out lots of other videos on our playlist here in Corralejo. Really hope that you enjoy this video. Definitely give us a like if you do, and definitely subscribe to our channel. We're going to have lots more things coming up, as well as our upcoming trip to Brussels. Really looking forward to that, so that's definitely something that you can keep an eye out on the channel. Also got lots of Primark coming up, autumn and Halloween type of videos, so definitely subscribe if you like content like that. There is a couple of pools and then a little kiddies pool as well. Really nice pools actually, very cold, but aren't most pools on holiday, if I'm honest. Emily's definitely had a little swim around. I don't tend to bother that much in pools. I do like it when it's really big and not many people can see you. Obviously this is self-catering, it's not all-inclusive, it's not a 5-star, it's just a 3-star, you know, quite basic apartments, but it does look beautiful from the outside. Obviously, as you can see this morning, pretty cloudy. It does start like that quite a lot of the mornings. But yeah, this is all around the pool area. So we're kind of staying in an apartment just up there. So a lot of it is actually based on 3 floors, your ground floor, your first floor and your second. We've stayed on the second floor previously on a trip quite a long time ago, but this time we're actually staying on the first floor. I would recommend anyone ask for a floor that's not on the ground floor unless you've got any walking difficulties and going up steps, just because obviously if you get these ones here on the ground floor, maybe people will be putting the sunbeds out and they'll be right in front of your room. So that's the reason why we asked for the first floor or the second floor. But you do have to go up a lot of steps, which I'll show you in terms of carrying your cases, etc. But I would highly recommend that as a top tip, because as I say, if you want to have your breakfast or your lunch or a bit later on, have a snack or a drink or something, and you're in one of these ground floors, you will have people that are sunbathing right in front of you. All of the beds are stacked up on a night. They're actually locked up until around 9 o'clock, and then around that time they get unlocked and then you actually help yourself to a sunbed. Never known that before, because usually beds are sort of around the pool area, ready to sort of sunbathe. It doesn't happen that way here, so you do have to obviously get your own sunbed, pop it out, but there hasn't really been any issue in getting a sunbed or anything like that, sort of run to get them on the morning or anything like that. So not a massive problem. Quite difficult for some people that might not be able to lift them, because you do have to, as I say, get your own sunbed. The pool seems to be open till quite late, to be honest. We have seen people in the pool later on an evening as well. Not too late, but I would say 6, 7 there's still people around in the pool. Right ahead of us there is the pool bar, which we've gone to for a drink. Not many times, I'll be honest. It's not really our sort of thing. We tend to sort of go out for a walk and get a coffee or whatever we want to get out and about in Corralejo. But the pool bar there, it's pretty basic, but it is quite cheap. We got drinks there, Coke and a beer, etc., and it wasn't that expensive at all. And there has been quite a lot of people around in the pool bar here. So just around this corner here, that's the little kiddies pool. It's all beautifully set out here with all the sort of bridges and just, palm trees and the accommodation from the outside. I will get to the inside, obviously, when we start talking about the room tour. Not quite as good, I'll be honest, compared to the outside and how pretty the outside looks. Accommodation runs right the way around all of the pool areas, and it does go further back and further around there as well. So there is quite a lot of rooms. I'll definitely be honest, there is a lot of rooms here. One thing I would definitely say, if you're coming with children or you want any shade, as you'll be able to see from around the pool, there's absolutely no parasols at all. So what I would definitely say is you need to get the beds from over that side and go under any of these sort of terraces. That's the only way that you will actually get any shade. So I think definitely in terms of not having parasols, I think is something that I've not really experienced. Usually in most pool areas you do tend to have parasols, so that, you know, could be a plus or a con for some people. For us, it's not a massive deal. Emily's a teenager now. If she wants shade, she just goes back to the room. So it's not a massive deal. And as I say, usually here it can start off cloudy, or you can get some cloud at some point in the day. So sometimes that gives you the breather from the sun. So for us personally, it hasn't really bothered us. But obviously for some people, that might be, you know, a big thing. But you can get the shade, but you just have to go under the terraced areas. And as I say, you do have to help yourself to a sunbed. This here is the shop area, so it is open 8 o'clock until 9 o'clock every day, and then until 10 on a Saturday. So the building in front there, that's what takes you through into reception. Just some games there, there's an actual bar there on an evening, and then for the actual supermarket shop, it's just literally here. The Hyperdino here is only about a 10-minute walk, the main big one, so it's not that far really. But the shop has been useful. Some reviews we read did actually say that a lot of the things were, you know, quite a bit cheaper or quite reasonably priced, you know, not that expensive. We've actually found that it has been a little bit more expensive than the actual normal supermarkets here. Just something to note, but it's definitely handy. Souvenirs in there, food, drink, anything you'd really want, but I think you will definitely be paying that bit more than the Hyperdino, which, as I say, is about a 10-minute walk down the back streets. So now I'm going to head into reception. So this is the main reception area, just here. But you'd obviously check in and check out, and then we've got a bar just at the back there, so I'll take you through that bit as well. Quite handy, there's actually a cash machine there too. And then this is the main bar area for on an evening. Does go through there as well. We haven't actually been for a drink here, but we have seen quite a lot of people in here. A lot of entertainment like karaoke and things such as that as well, if you're interested. As I say, not our sort of thing. We've tended to just go into Corralejo itself for a drink, you know, along the seafront or whatever. But a really nice, you know, comfy, cosy bar there if you're interested. And then a really handy coffee machine. Me and Emily actually came, well, we've been coming for these little coffees quite a few times actually. I'll head to some footage now of me and Emily doing this machine to get the coffees, just to show you, share with you in case you're interested. Haven't bothered with these machines, but definitely the coffee machine, so I'll head to that footage now.
Like that? Should say that on the top.
They're all 60 cents.
Then you put your...
What's money in Spanish?
Oh no. Begins with a dinero.
Dinero. You've pressed Cafe con leche?
Yeah.
And then it just prepares it, doesn't it?
Does that? Yeah. That looks on a slant, if I'm being really honest.
I think it does while it fills it up, and then you see it straightening up now.
Oh, right.
But it's only 60 cents. It's pretty good, isn't it? Me and your dad are quite enjoying those.
Also, don't get the water, just one of that little tip. Don't get the water from in here. It's €1.50. Get from the shop, much cheaper.
Yeah, I think most people would probably realise that. But the coffees are alright. And there we are, lift off.
Lift off?
So where we're actually staying, so the main pool area is obviously just in front there. And we come through just this arch in front. And we're quite a little bit further around the corner. But while we're coming this way, I'll just share with you a few other details. So you do have to bring your own rubbish out, guys. Yep, that's right. There is recycling and rubbish for you to put your own rubbish in. I will get to that in my review in terms of what I think about that, but that's where the bins are. And then here in front, there's some things here for kiddies. Emily, the one time we did come to Bristol Playa many years ago, I think Emily was about 7, maybe 8, I can't remember now, about 7 or 8 she was. But a little play area here for little kiddies to play on for the little park. And then here, I've not seen anyone sunbathing really on this sort of beach part, but there's obviously where you can play, you know, volleyball, etc. We're not into volleyball, so we've not had to do that. But we did actually sunbathe here previously when Emily wanted to play in the sand when she was little. We have been coming to Corralejo for over 20 years, about 23 years now, and we don't usually stay here. So we have stayed once before, many years ago when Emily was younger, and then this particular trip. Last time we did actually stay when Emily was little, we did stay with my mum as well, and we got a 2-bedroomed apartment, which I think was probably this room just there. So at the very top, we were on the second, well it'd be third floor really, because you've got ground first and then second, but we had this massive roof terrace up here. So basically we could see if any of us were sunbathing or playing with Emily down here, and then you could also get the view of the pool at the other side, which was really lovely. And then we're just up these stairs. Now, when I was saying to everybody before about not being on the ground floor, obviously you'll have to get a ground floor if you can't manage steps like these. Obviously not massively great for when you've got suitcases and you're arriving and leaving. So yeah, quite a few steps, lovely views across over there. Beautiful scenery of the sea. You really are quite far out here in Bristol Playa. You know, it is quite far out of the main centre. Not too far that it would bother us, but where we usually stay, which is a place called Dunas Club, is about another 10-minute walk from there. So I would probably say this is about a 20-minute, 25-minute maybe walk into the centre, the main street of Corralejo. Probably say about maybe 15 minutes to walk to the harbour, possibly around that sort of time. So yeah, about 20 minutes to get to the main sort of areas of what you want to see, places to eat, places to drink, etc. So it is a little bit further out than maybe some places. Here in Corralejo there's quite a lot of apartments, obviously in the main centre, there's some further out, but the other direction. This is definitely in the old part of Corralejo, which is a part that we love, that's close to our hearts definitely, but you are quite far out here in Bristol Playa. As I say, it hasn't bothered us, but it could be some people. The beautiful walk along the seafront is just amazing. I love that. On an early morning we tend to go for a lovely walk, and then sometimes when we're just in a bit of a rush to get back, or you know, going out on an evening and you've got a restaurant reservation or whatever, you can just cut down the back streets. And this is us guys. This is our room. 249 in case anybody wants to know. about a few of the facilities here, or lack of facilities, and have a quick chat just at the very end about my review. So first of all, coming in from your door, you do have a normal key, by the way, nothing sort of digital card wise or anything, just a normal key. You've got a cupboard here, which they expect you to sweep up and mop up yourself because they don't do it. Never mind. And we've got a kitchen area here, which the cupboards, I'm not going to go into every cupboard, guys. Basically, you just get the basic, you know, plates, cups, glasses, etc. A little hob, which has been okay. We did use it one night when we had a night in, and I just cooked something very basic, but it is basic, guys, for definite. Fridge, your rubbish bin is in there. You do have to take your own rubbish out, unfortunately. It's not a massive deal, but it is something that I just think if somebody came in and just took the rubbish out, it's just a little bit easier. You are on your holidays, etc. But as I say, I will talk a little bit more about that just at the very end. A bed here, which is when you basically come in to the room, it is an actual sofa bed, but we set this up ready for Emily. Not being the comfiest for definite. Literally, Emily's weight is hardly anything. You know, she's quite slim. But when she was laid in the bed, she literally felt like the whole bed was going to collapse on her. I tried it one night and I didn't manage it all, so really not the best idea for a third person. Lovely mirror there though. I do like a good mirror in a room. A few drawers here, as you can see, hardly any storage at all in this area. We didn't use the telly, but it's there if you need it. Little table and chairs out on the balcony. One good thing is the seat pads. They're really, really good. Not in the hot sun though, you need to bring them in. But definitely sitting out there has been lovely. It's been really nice actually, because the pool area and around, you know, just outside here in Bristol Playa, it's lovely to look at, you know, nice palm trees and things. So we've had some nice time, you know, sat out there. There is a little mini area just around this corner that pulls out for your washing. That's useful as well. I don't know if the camera will be picking it up, but the floor is exceptionally dirty. I have swept around a couple of times, but as I say, they don't come in. They do one clean a week, and I think they maybe did sweep the floor. Honestly, don't think they mopped it, but the rest of the time, the floor has just remained quite dirty, if I'm honest. So I've done the best I can in the time we've had, but obviously, again, we're on our holidays, and I just wanted to, obviously, you know, get on with our holidays and not spend too much time cleaning. But as I say, I'll touch upon that in a minute. Just briefly, in the bathroom, an amazing shower. The shower is definitely a plus point here at Bristol Playa. Got the large part and the small part. You know, just an adequate sink. Again, rubbish. I've just bagged some things up there, but you do have to take it out yourself. Towels, you do get towels, but you have to take them to reception yourself and then get any. They will give you towels every sort of couple of days. We've asked for more towels, but you have to go get them yourself. Let's move on now to the bedroom. And now to the bedroom area, very basic. Not the greatest outlook, and most certainly not the most comfiest of beds. The springs have definitely stuck in my hips and my back, really not very comfortable. But for some people, it doesn't really matter, and they might be absolutely fine for you. But my husband's not managed too bad. He said it's not bad, it's okay, but very, very basic. Mirror there, telly. Mirror's been good for getting ready and everything. And this stoolie thing has been really handy just to pop things on. Telly again, we haven't used. And in here, in the wardrobe areas, this has been a good area in terms of storage, obviously for clothes, and I sort of bagged things up on this bottom part here, and then in this part here you've got your safe. Didn't need the blankets, I mean I wouldn't use them anyway, and just obviously basic shelving and everything. So yeah, I mean there is at least some storage in this part. So just to sum up, Bristol Playa, would I stay here again? No. We have stayed once before and it wasn't actually too bad. They definitely cleaned a lot more, and we had more of a premium 2-bedroomed room with my mum when we stayed, so that was better. This time round, yeah, I've not been impressed, guys. It is only 3-star. We haven't paid as much money as what we could have done for some of the other hotels, but yeah, for definite, it's just very basic. So I wouldn't say not come here. I would say if you're on a budget and you can get it cheap, it might just be the perfect sort of base. It is about a 20-minute walk to the main centre here in Corralejo, so it is a little bit further out. Personally for us, we would definitely stay at Dunas Club if we can get in, because we've been staying there for over 20 years, about 23 years, been coming to Corralejo. So for definite for us, we would definitely stay there if we can, over Bristol Playa. So it's not a bad accommodation. Outside looks really pretty, but inside not very clean, not maintained very well. Looking its age, it's just not that great. But it is basic, and I'd say if you get a cheap price for it, then, you know, obviously it might just be the perfect base for you. And as I say, just very basic accommodation. So that's the end of today's video. Apologies for my face. We're literally about to leave to go to the airport, and I just wanted to do a quick whip round to share with you, you know, what Bristol Playa inside the room looks like. So excuse the no makeup and the eyebrows and just what I look like. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Definitely check out all of our other Corralejo playlist here in 2024. We've had a wonderful holiday here in Corralejo. As I say, definitely go check out the rest of our videos. Give this video a really big like, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Remember, Brussels is coming up very, very soon. Primark in the middle, lots more coming up here on the Brownie Line.